Welcome and thank you for joining the Allegiance community. Allegiance was originally released by Microsoft Research in 2000. While the gameplay is exceptional, the graphics show its age. Don't expect mind-blowing visuals, expect mind-blowing gameplay. This game provides epic moments unlike any other. With that, let's take a look. The goal of Allegiance is to build bases, take territory and destroy all the opposing team's bases. Asteroid mining drones collect resources from Helium-3 asteroids and offload at friendly bases. Teams earn resources by mining helium asteroids and spend these resources to buy upgraded ships, weapons and bases. Each team has a commander who can spend the team's resources on upgrades. The commander is tasked with directing the team's strategy. Attacking enemy miners and defending your own is critical to gaining an advantage. Games are usually won by the team with a stronger economy. Now, let's have a look at how to play. At any time you can push F1 to view the default key map. On the main menu, there are a few options. This will bring you to the single-player training missions. Allegiance is a multiplayer game, but there are training missions available to learn the flight and command basics. I highly recommend that you play the training missions. If you click the community button, it will take you to our Discord server. Discord is a chat and voice client. Discord is the best place to ask any questions you may have about the game. Clicking this icon will allow you to see the current games listing and join or create a game server. We're going to do this now. Here is a list of the available game servers. These days there is typically only one game going at a time. There is also a perpetual bot deathmatch server where you can go head to head versus some pretty good bots. But I want to show you what the real game is about. Let's log into a game that's going on right now. It looks like Metz chose Iron Coalition and Dome went Belters. There are 10 factions, each with different strengths and weaknesses. Right now, I am not on a team. Double-click one of the teams to join. Now I'm in-game, sitting in my team's home base. Use the Enter key to chat. Pushing Tab with the chat box open changes your chat recipient. You can send a private message by typing someone's name and pressing Tab. You can scroll the chat box at the top of the screen using the arrow keys when the chat entry box is open. Let's take a look at the minimap. Press F7 to show or hide the minimap. This is a map of the sectors and alephs, or wormholes, connecting each sector. The circles represent sectors and the lines represent the alephs connecting them. You hover over sectors to see what ships and bases are in each sector. This is useful for figuring out what's going on in those sectors and deciding on travel routes. The minimap is also linked to the station transfer point. If your team has expanded, you can use this screen to transfer to different stations, as well as for boarding turret gunnery positions on bombers or capital ships. As a new player, if you have the opportunity to be a gunner, take it. It's an easy way to rack up a ton of kills. See, I just moved from here to here. Now I want to show you the overhead command view. You can access this using F3. Take a look at that BIOS garrison. This view shows you the sector you are currently in. If you happen to be in base, as we are, you can view other sectors by clicking them in the minimap. Note that the fog of war applies. You can't see what your team hasn't scouted. This is an aleph. what we call the wormholes that connect sectors. When you fly through an Aleph, you transfer to the linked sector with the same velocity you had when entering. Aleph and asteroid placements are randomly generated each game. The number of Alephs in each sector and connections between sectors depends on the map. Alright, are you ready to get in a ship and fly around? Let's jump into a ship. This screen is where you select and load your ship. The available ships and equipment depends on what your team has researched. We're going to use an interceptor. Now I'm flying. You can press the V key to toggle mouse control. If you have a joystick, the V key will toggle joystick control. If you want to learn more about the game, hop onto our Discord.